So on the 28th of June, during Beyonce's Cowboy Carter concert in Houston, her rodeo car malfunctioned mid-air while she was performing, which almost resulted to Beyonce losing her life. Luckily, that did not happen, but it was a sight for sore eyes. Let's get into it. Hi guys, my name is Sanda Kati, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I give my takes and opinions on trending topics happening globally. And today I'm going to be talking about the Queen Bee, my favorite artist of all time, Beyonce, because Beyonce, all known as my liquor. No, because Beyonce almost lost her life, and as a fan of her artistry and just someone that she inspired, basically. Sometimes I look at her videos and I'm just like, I'm in awe of just the ethic and just the perfectionism. I was gutted, and I'm just so glad that she made it out alive. So people that watched the video, I can't really put the video up here due to the like copyright clauses and all of those things, but you can search it up on the net. And basically people on threads, on Twitter, people online were basically saying that they were commending her composure, but also vilifying her for it, in the sense that they felt as though in such a life-threatening situation, we didn't need perfectionism. We needed to see Beyonce, because if she's perfect and she's demure during that chaos, it means that ordinary women are expected, like subconsciously so, are going to be expected to basically react in that way too, during tumultuous situations within the workplace. They're going to be expected to still be professional, to look the other way, and to just basically soldier on irrespective, because basically the poster child for a working woman is basically Beyonce across the world. So if she, during a life-threatening situation, she could be professional, remain professional, and remain demure, and not, act out of turn or anything, it just begs the question, like, what would the ordinary woman be expected to do? Because they'll tell her, just look the other way. Beyonce could do it. Why couldn't you? And it's like, people were just like, no, you're allowed to be scared. You're allowed to feel emotions. And I share the exact same sentiments. However, I also do feel as though, as people, we do react differently to situations. And also we need to also take into account the stimuli in which Beyonce is around. Beyonce is always around trained professionals. Beyonce has a really big budget. I feel like deep down she knew she was going to be okay, because there's so many before even putting the car up there were so many risk managements taken into account. So I feel like even still, even though she was in the brink of losing her life, deep down she knew she wasn't on the brink of losing her life completely. If you're going to do a concert of that magnitude, and if you've been around for like over 2 decades in the industry, almost 3 decades in the industry, she's been flying out of harnesses her whole entire career. I believe that she's kind of gotten it down to a science. She's used to it. She's gotten it down to a science as to, okay, when it's during this time, what I need to do. Because even during the video, she slipped on the side of the car, in like, as if it's something that she was already told. Like, Beyonce, guys, is a perfectionist, so she plans everything down to a science. I don't believe that she would have a rodeo car floating above people's heads if there wasn't any risk assessments done, and there wasn't an assurance that either way she's going to come out alive. Either way, the people that are under her are going to be safe. I don't think the Travis tour, the Travis tragedy that happened at Astroworld was going to happen again. I feel like Beyonce took the precautionary steps to ensure that she would be safe at the end. So she wasn't like panicking because she was scared for her life. She was panicking, yes, because yes, she was scared for her life, but she also had that thing of like, but we took the necessary like risk assessments to ensure that this harness doesn't break. So I do believe that it won't break. She was shocked, I won't lie, but I do feel like she it was like, when you go to do a tattoo and you know it's gonna hurt, because you know it's gonna hurt, when you do it, it's like self-inflicted pain, so it doesn't hurt that much because you know it's okay, really it's gonna hurt. So I feel like for her, she was already ready. It's okay. During the risk assessment, I'm sure there is a possibility something like this would happen. Even if it's not exactly, but there are precautionary steps that they take. Like they'll teach you, if something like this happens, you need to do this. Something like this happens, you need to. So to some aspects, she wasn't 100% scared for her life, because there was an aspect of her kind of knowing that it's okay, I would do this should this happen, I would do. So I think her calmness kind of came from that. If she was really on fight or flight mode, I believe she would have basically screamed. I believe that she would, you know what I'm saying, like something would have happened. I believe so I feel like Beyonce did phenomenal. As she did phenomenally, but also people need to stop worrying, because she took that risk, knowing the risk that is involved with flying up in a freaking moving car. Like, she knew the risk, she took the risk, so it's self-inflicted pain. If she got hurt, it's because she wanted to get hurt. I feel like that, because if you're going to risk your life for the sake of a show, you can't really complain. Like, you chose to risk your life for the sake of a show. You are a mother of three. You're choosing to risk your life. So if a life threatening situation occurs, you're ready for anything, because that's what you chose. So that's my point. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more.